Good morning. It's Lisa with Lisa Heal Yourself. And today, I invite you to come with me as I take you through my simple daily healing routine for optimal health and simple living. The first thing I do when I get up in the morning is rinse out my mouth and brush my teeth. I usually spend about 2 to 3 minutes gargling after I brush my teeth. And then I start the morning with a detox binder. First thing, on an empty stomach. Next, I start with making my bed. This slow living routine makes me feel so good, and I try to enjoy the simple pleasures of the tasks I do, knowing that it benefits me, it benefits my family, and making the bed symbolizes your willingness to start anew. It shows your subconscious mind that you are ready to create the life that you want. And so by putting effort into making your bed, making it look the way you want and feel the way you want, giving you that peaceful, cozy home vibe, sends a message to your body that you are creating your reality. You are creating a beautiful world, one that you want to live in, manifesting all your desires and creating the life that you want. And so fluffing up these pillows, putting them on the bed, repeating positive affirmations to yourself, starting out the day with the intention of peace and love and calm and joy and beauty and a desire to live at ease with the natural world around you. This says to the world, I'm ready to live. I'm ready to heal. I'm ready to create the world that I want. I love to throw a quilt on top of my bed to give it that extra added beauty. Tucking it under, folding back the seams, and doesn't that look beautiful? An inviting way to start the morning. Before I even wake up in the mornings, I always have my children into the bed to cuddle, to say good morning, to tell them how much I love them. And then I spend a few moments telling myself the exact same things before getting up to brush my teeth, taking my binder, making my bed, and heading out into the kitchen. My morning starts with putting away the dishes that were done the night before and doing a quick reset of the counters before taking my second binder of the morning, again on an empty stomach. My children are upstairs getting ready, brushing their teeth, getting dressed. And this part of the morning is just for me before the hustle and bustle begins. I like to make sure that I have done my little reset in the kitchen, that everything looks clean and tidy to start the morning off. And then I begin making breakfasts and lunches for the kids and greet them with a warm smile as they come down the stairs. I have a list of weekly breakfast ideas for the kids so they know what they're getting on any given morning. Monday mornings, we make it easy for ourselves, and their breakfast consists of organic Greek yogurt topped with honey. I don't eat this myself, but it brings me joy to give it to my children, remembering vacations in Greece, remembering eating this traditional meal and snack in Greece on the beach with my husband. I'm going to add to their breakfast some fruit that was left over from Sunday morning brunch. So anything that's left over, I will give them in addition to their yogurt. And so this will be great for this morning. And I will probably add some nuts to the side of their plate as well to round it out. Many mornings I like to cook them eggs. Sometimes we make a healthy chocolate milkshake with loads of healthy ingredients for a morning smoothie. They also get fruit smoothies and other various things, but Monday mornings are simple and easy. And next I focus on lunch. Once their breakfast is on the table and everything is ready to go, I call them down, and while they eat their breakfast, watch a show, possibly on the iPad, finish their homework, or just chat, I make their lunch, and we all are in the same room together. So today, I usually give them an apple sliced up for lunch as a snack. I always start by cutting my fruit or cutting up whatever needs to be done. Simple tasks, making sure that I have sealed containers for them to go in their lunch kits. Often we have leftovers from the dinner before that I incorporate into their lunches. Sometimes I make them fully from scratch if we've eaten everything up the night before. So today I'm using some leftover rice from the weekend that my children ate. I'm also going to be giving them some organic nacho chips, which they love. This is going to be a Mexican-themed lunch. So a few chips each as a snack, sealing those up into containers that won't get crunched. And next I'm going to start on the main part of their lunch. So I'm adding in the heated up rice to the bottom of their thermoses. And after that, I'm going to warm up some of the chili that we had left over and put that into their bowls. So just topping each thermos off with homemade chili, and this will be a nice hearty lunch for them. And it doesn't take a lot of work because, as I said, these are leftovers from the weekend. I'm going to take each thermos and top it off with some grated cheddar cheese, which will melt down in the thermos and be a healthy treat for the kids on top. So finishing up with their lunches here, I have in the apple for the snack. I've got the thermoses full of chili. I have the nacho chips. I'm just going to add some sour cream, which we had left over, to a little tin. They can dip their chips in it. They can add it on top of the chili. And I'm also going to put in the leftover guacamole in the same container. And they can use this as a dip, or again, they can put it on top of their chili. So a nice homemade themed Mexican lunch to start their Monday off. And while I finish up with their lunches, they are enjoying their breakfast. My aim for the morning is to keep a calm, peaceful vibe for the family. It doesn't always happen because life is life, and the kids have meltdowns, and the kids need things, and the kids argue. But all in all, my attempt to stay calm, to stay peaceful, to stay organized, and to give and receive love is my intention of the morning. While they are finishing up their breakfast, chatting, or watching a show on their iPad together, my next step is always to unload the dishwasher from the night before. Running it before bed and unloading it in the morning is an anchor in my morning routine that helps me stay organized and helps the kitchen run efficiently as well. So I'll start the morning by just unloading everything and putting it on the part of the counter near to where it goes. So I will unload certain plates over here, certain glasses in another spot, and then just putting everything away where it belongs. This part of the morning is methodical, and I've grown to love the task of putting away dishes. I sometimes listen to a podcast. I love to listen to morning affirmations. I love to listen to things that set my morning up for peace and love and health and abundance. So I know that this is what my intention is to create for the rest of the day. So staying organized, staying neat, staying tidy, and bringing a peaceful tone, a peaceful vibe to the morning are all essential for staying on track. Unloading the dishwasher is just one of those tasks that I have to do every morning, so I try to make the most of it. I really try to use this time to say powerful affirmations to myself, to set the tone for the day to come, to know that this is meaningful work, that I am organizing the kitchen, that I'm organizing my life, that the day will flow better because of this. And when I'm done with that, I like to do the rest of the morning dishes, from making the lunches and from the breakfast that my kids have eaten. Just getting those all away, putting them into the nice clean dishwasher. Sometimes there's a few to do by hand, especially if we've made eggs, or if I've used the blender in the morning to make a smoothie. So I always like to clean the sink in the morning as well, making sure to clean it down, to give it that sparkling fresh look. Just makes me feel clean and organized and bright, and says to me that I am ready for the day ahead. That no matter what comes, I'm organized and ready for it. And I do these tasks trying to keep joy in the forefront of my mind, trying to imagine the peace and the joy that await me throughout the day, and knowing that these small tasks add up to give me the clean, wonderful look and feel in my home that I can enjoy for the rest of the day. So putting everything away, my kids are just finishing up, and now I pull out my water jug, my mason jars, my thermoses, and all my supplements and set them on the counter. I don't take them yet because I never take anything too close to my binders, but I get it ready so that when I come back from my walk later in the morning, they are ready for me to take and that I don't forget. So taking my morning supplements, aligning things up, preparing things, getting the things that I'm going to want ready, and then heading back into my bathroom to get dressed and to do a quick morning self-care routine where I put some homemade creams on my eyes, around my eyes, lotions and things that I've made with non-toxic ingredients, different natural health products from some of the stores that I love and that I trust. Getting ready, doing something very simple to make myself presentable, to go on my walk. Simple outfit. Heading into the laundry room. The next thing I do is I always put a load in the washing machine as the kids are getting ready, packing their bags for school, getting on their shoes. I love throwing in a load of laundry every single morning before they head out to school and I head out for my walk. because it's ready for me when I get back to transfer it over. And this keeps everything running smoothly. It helps to make sure that I don't get backed up with laundry. It helps to keep the folding and the putting away easy and reliable. And it makes everything a little more organized and flow nicer. So as my kids get ready for school, I love to see them off at the front door, kiss and hug goodbye. Sometimes they'll go outside and play a little while basketball before they leave. Sometimes they are rushing and running out the door, but whatever the type of morning, I love to tell them I love them, to wish them a good day. And as soon as they leave, I get my shoes on. I get my phone. Sometimes I record videos, and other times I just listen to books and podcasts. I hook up my dogs, and we head out on a walk together. This routine has served me well, and I love getting outside in the morning fresh air, heading down a familiar cottage lane path, heading towards the beach, the water. No matter what type of weather, no matter what type of day, it's good to know that I'll be getting out into the fresh air, breathing the fresh air, getting the morning sunlight on my skin, in my eyes, all over. And as we head down a beach path, I like to let my dogs out onto a longer lead so they can run ahead and enjoy this part of the walk. They love to smell, sniff around, see what's new. And I love the freedom that it gives them on this part of the trail. Walking every day is one of those activities that serves as an anchor in my life. Setting out 5 kilometers one way, getting to the end of this beach trail, I head on to the road and I keep going until I get to the full 5 kilometers. And then turning back for the next 5 kilometers home. Today, it has been raining overnight and you can see all the puddles. But heading down this road, sometimes a little busy, but not too busy. Just heading along these areas, along the milestones, different side roads, different houses, different streets, all reminders of where I used to stop and turn around, but now keep going. Houses that are reminders of places I used to turn around and keep going. And I love knowing that I come by all these different milestones that were once the very edge of where I could walk to. They were once the very edge of what I could accomplish. And each house or each side street gives me a memory and lets me know how far I've come, just everything I've accomplished over the years, and how pushing myself, continuing, committing, summoning up my will, my determination, and being consistent over time, walking by milestones and houses that I love, places that remind me of times when I pushed myself further, places that remind me of my mom, that remind me of abundance, that remind me of prosperity, that remind me of love, that remind me of the simple, slow living lifestyle that I have created. Up the street is where I used to live before I manifested my dream home. I used to live up here and down the street, and it just reminds me of that old life, of the old timeline that I was living, of that life that changed and evolved and grew into more of what I wanted, into the life that I wanted, the life that I desire. Just up beyond that path was the house that I used to live, and knowing that I now walk past it, looking at other beautiful homes, other milestones along the way that I love, an old abandoned schoolhouse that I always envisioned buying one day, fixing up like someone's doing right now, a laneway of the farmer that I used to live beside, remembering different times in my past, letting anything go that doesn't serve me, and continuing to move towards the future that I want. I love the idea of walking every single morning, and I always take these 2 hours to myself to enjoy it. I may record a video, listen to books, listen to podcasts, or listen to myself do a walking meditation, just looking around, looking at the trees, listening to the birds. And here we are coming up to the very end of my walk, to the end of the 5 kilometers. Feeling so proud of everything that I've accomplished, knowing that this walk sets me up for the best of myself and for a great, amazing day. Heading down towards the beach now, walking back on the beach as much as I can so my dogs can go off, lead a little bit, run in the water, have a little bit more freedom, and I can enjoy looking for sea glass, listening to the sound of the waves, just enjoying this beautiful life, knowing that being outside is contributing to healing and abundance in my life, knowing that this time is building endurance, it's building strength, it's building mental stamina, it's building commitment to myself, it's building trust in myself. It helps me to get the morning sunlight, to get the fresh air, to move my lymph, to move my muscles, to build strength and endurance. And it's also time to connect with myself, to connect with the world around me, to dig deep, to look inside, to do the inner healing work. This 2 hours is mine and mine alone, where I can feel those feelings, where I can look at the past, where I can bring up trauma, where I can let go, where I can mindfully do meditation, where I can mindfully connect with the world, where I can do all the inner work, where I can organize my thoughts, where I can use the power of manifestation, where I can align my vibration to nature and to the things I want in this lifetime. So heading back on the trail, I love this part of the walk because as I get closer and closer to my home, I know that I've completed a really valuable morning. This simple routine, this slow living, all the work, it all matters. All of it matters. Every single day. Whether I'm doing this in a snowstorm, or I'm doing this in a rainstorm, or I'm doing this when I'm sweating with the sun beating down on me, whether I'm doing it in the light or in the dark, whether I'm doing it when it's hot or cold, no matter what the season, no matter what the day, there's this simple beauty in knowing that I've completed it, that I've done what I've set out to do. And this simple morning routine, anyone can do. Anyone can take this time for themselves. And there are so many more benefits than just the physical benefits that come along with this walking. So far, the morning, I have been aligned, mind, body, heart, and soul. As I'm walking home along the beautiful cottage lane towards my house, I allow feelings of contentment and joy to wash over me. I allow myself to feel accomplished, to feel successful, to thank myself, to build myself up, to say words of affirmation, to tell myself how proud I am, how successful I am, how amazing I am, to feel that pride in myself, to feel that self-love. It's important that you recognize your accomplishments, from making your bed, to unloading the dishwasher, to getting dressed, to taking your walk and your time for yourself. And here, I usually run up that hill, but today I'm going to head down the lane just a little bit further and go into my own backyard, and I will run up from the bottom of my backyard to the top of my home. There my home is. You can see it peeking through the trees. And I love ending my walk with a run, with a sprint. No matter how slow I go, it shows me that I can do it, that I absolutely can push myself beyond what I think I can do. And so I love to take a look at the water. Here's the amazing bench, the memory bench that we have here for my mom. Makes me happy sitting on it, looking at the water, knowing that my home that I manifest is above it. And now, as I head into my backyard, looking up at my house, I will myself, with everything I have in me, to run. It's not always a beautiful run. It's often slow. It's often panting or hard to do. But I run and I use all the strength that I have, saying manifestations to myself in my head as I go. You're powerful, you're abundant, you're free, you're prosperous, you're healthy, you're wealthy. And then I head into the house, hook up the dogs, dry them off. They always get so sandy and wet, but it's worth it. Just nothing that a little drying off can't fix. And once I've dried them off, I feed them, and they look forward to this food, as I will be too, because none of us have eaten up until this point in the day. I like to do my walks fasted, and I simply don't eat unless I've gone for my walk. And eating is my reward for doing it. But before I go in, I like to switch over my laundry. The laundry's been working hard while I've been out for my walk. I switch it over, and if there's another load to throw in, I will throw that in right now. I'll turn the dryer on, and in an hour I can come back and fold. This part of the routine helps me stay grounded. Next, I come into my living room, and I know if I sit down, that's it. It's over. But 4 to 5 times a week, I will do an exercise video. I will follow along on YouTube or put on my television some of the ones that I have downloaded and recorded and that I love. I try to incorporate strength and flexibility and overall movement to work my muscles and to build my strength, my core. A 15 to 20 minute session before I'm finished really cements in that I'm moving forward. This is where you do your HIIT exercises, your strength training, your flexibility. This is a different type of a workout. Building strength in your legs, building strength in your arms, moving different muscles. It doesn't have to be pretty. You don't have to be a yogi in order to do this. You just simply have to push yourself a little bit farther every day. Here I'm building strength with this plank position. And if you can't do it, you just do what you can and you build yourself up. It's one of those things that a little goes a long way. I don't push myself too hard, but I push myself enough that I know I'm using my muscles, I'm training my muscles, and I'm building strength and flexibility with each day that goes on, each time I do this. Building balance, listening to my body, pushing my body. These are all things that are really important for healing and health. So anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes, this is ideal and important. So don't forget this part. This is the part that helps you build endurance, build strength. And I love knowing that it's almost over. And that when this is done, I reward myself with something that I want to do. Building rewards into your daily routine helps you stay on track. It helps you look forward to things. So I'm just going to go into the shower now, rinse off. This is when I do my 1 to 3 minute cold shower upon getting into the shower. Then I turn it to heat, I wash my hair, I shave if I need to, and then I get out with another 30-second cold burst before getting out of the shower. So it's really helpful to do a cold plunge every day. In the summer, I just jump into the lake, but through the rest of the year, I use my shower to invigorate myself with a cold plunge. Here, I'm just putting some body cream on. It's a combination of coconut oil and shea butter. Other times, I use combinations of tallow and cocoa butter. Just using these natural products makes me feel good. I try to limit the amount that I put on my skin, brushing out my hair, and now doing my daily face routine. I try to keep it very simple. It makes me feel good to keep it simple, but also I try to make myself look and feel as good as possible. I start by plucking any loose hairs around my eyebrows, and then I'll just give them a little brush and sometimes add a little bit of powder or a little liner to them where they're sparse. And next, after I fix the line of my eyebrows, I will just put on a nice face cream and eye cream, something that I've made from scratch. I put a little bit of foundation around the part of my chin and mouth where I used to have horrible acne back in the day and still have some scarring. So I will use a little bit of makeup to cover the scarring. I use an eyelash curler because I don't wear mascara or eyeliner. And I will put on a lip gloss, a natural lip gloss with lip color in it. And again, some of my own homemade eye balms and creams. And keeping it very simple and fresh. Today I'm going to let my hair air dry. Most days I do. Some days I'll blow it out depending on what I have going on. It's time to get dressed for the day. And once I'm dressed for the day, it's usually around 11 to 11:30. We're heading into the lunch hour. So I've had a very healing, slow living morning, and now I reward myself with my special tea. This is a collagen tea. It's not really tea at all. It's a collagen vanilla mix that I will be drinking this morning. I love it. It makes me feel good. It's healthy, it's grass-fed, it's organic. It's just the simple pleasures in life. Knowing that I get to taste this and now reward myself with some scrolling, looking at email, wasting time. I set a timer for 15 minutes so that I can just waste time doing whatever I want to do as I drink my morning tea, my collagen tea. And then we will head into lunchtime, where I will be taking my supplements and cooking myself some lunch, a reward for having fasted for the morning. And after that, I will be heading into my afternoon routine. So this just finishes up my morning routine, where I'm going to be cooking a carnivore lunch, heating up some tallow in a pan. I'm going to be frying up some leftover ground beef and shrimp that I had from yesterday. This is hearty. It's filled with protein, high quality fat, and will be a delicious way to nourish my body as we end off this morning routine. I had some sea salt. Now it's time to reward myself with some food. I take my supplements. I congratulate myself for a morning routine well done. I reward myself with time to just decompress, eat and drink, scroll, have fun before heading into my afternoon routine. Thank you for coming along on my morning routine with me. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and I will see you in the next one.